Alrighty, gamers, welcome in to Retro Timed, and I am No Such Time, and there's a subject I wanted to talk about. Lately, I've seen it quite a bit, and it's something that I think should be talked about here from a man's perspective of things. Alright, so the video game industry has been plagued with a little bit of this idea outside of the video game sphere coming in. And this subject is about making women less attractive in video games. That's the best way to put it. All right. So I've been playing games for years, and any man that plays games for years, sometimes we like building a female character that is just really, really provocative. And it's become a bit of a problem lately. So let me start back from where, for me, I've seen this become a bit of a problem. So let's get into it. This is the female model for the main protagonist, I guess, in the new Fable game. All right, the advertisement was set around this woman. Okay, this woman is not attractive at all. There's nothing about her that's attractive. You know, maybe if you put makeup on her, but I'm just throwing this out there. You don't have to have a woman have makeup on to make her attractive. No offense, you can take care of your hair and do a few other things. That's what I get from most women and watching women that are very attractive too. I watch YouTubers that talk about this kind of subject all the time, women specifically, and I like giving my take on this stuff just to get my take out there too. But I don't agree with them having her as a main antagonist or protagonist. Sorry, I don't agree with her being a main protagonist. Another one I don't like that they made into a character so much, and again, I've seen other women complain about this besides me, is Aloy. Aloy is not attractive. You know, going back to her pictures, if you look at her pictures, let's see. All right, let's pull something up of Aloy from Horizon Forbidden West. All right. Aloy Horizon Forbidden West face. All right. So you can obviously see the difference right here, but in this one right here, okay, I'm gonna go specifically for this one. All right. Here, she does look a lot more. She looks a little bit more attractive, but here she just looks like she has a hamster face. Like a hamster ate a bunch of stuff and just shoved stuff into their face. Now, I'm not making this to upset anybody by all means. You know, this is just to give my take on how I feel about this and how I feel about in general what we've been seeing in video games lately. Okay, so now this is just it's not as often. I don't see it as often, but there has been, you know, incidences where I'm seeing it come up more often, and I don't know why this has become a thing. Because in video games I like to play, if you go up here to my tabs, Judy from Cyberpunk is cute. All right, Judy is attractive in my standards. Okay, she's a very attractive woman. She doesn't have the biggest boobs, but you know, women don't need to have huge boobs to really look attractive. You know, there are women out there that are about the size of her and have tattoos. You know, and look really, really good. There are actual physical women that actually look like her in real life that I think look gorgeous. Okay. Another example of a gorgeous female character in a video game is Tomb Raider's Lara Croft, the original one. And, you know, you know, I don't play all the Tomb Raider games, but if I'd want to see one be remade, it'd be this one right here. Simply because, well, she has big boobs. But not only that, she has the right model for the ideal woman. Back then when they were making her, she looked hot. My dad got me into playing some of these games. I played one on the Game Boy Advance, and she looks hot. She's a symbol for what women's gaming is. And this is just a guy's standpoint. Again, I'm not, you know, what I'm saying here is essentially, why are they starting to make women less attractive in these video games is what I'm saying. I'm not the only one picking this up. There are quite a few people that see it. But my favorite female characters that are very, very attractive to me are these two. These two are hot. They are my favorite. And then if you go back even further into the other Xenoblade Chronicles games, you have Sharla, you have Mila, after they redid her, of course. Mila was gorgeous, very, very good looking woman. You also have Fiora. Fiora was another good one. And then you can go into the other games as well and find ones that are very similar. In fact, the girls from the third game, they look good too. So what I'm stating here is if you want a game to do good, Nintendo knows what they're doing. But PlayStation, I don't know what they're doing on their side, but we're seeing more and more of this thing where women turn out to be more like they're trying to be that lesbian type, okay? If you're a lesbian, okay, this is my specific opinion, but a lesbian should look more like this, okay? Judy is a lesbian, all right? She likes women. This, to me, is an attractive woman, even though she likes women, okay? And when I made V in my game, I made her to the standards of what I find as an attractive woman. You can sit down and do statistically and do a science behind it. If you're having trouble understanding what men like in video gaming, have them sit there right in front of you and actually make a physical female character for a video game. Let them have it from scratch, and they will build you the ideal woman they like for a video game character. And this is something that it should be looked at more instead of giving these human rights activists. I think that's what is going on. I don't know. But it just seems like the activists out there are kind of throwing this into us. And as a guy who, finds women like Judy here attractive and them and her, we see more and more of a thing where it's slowly, but not as much, becoming a problem, but it can be problematic later on. There's certain things I see that's going on right now. And let me pull up another game where I see it, and I'm like, why would you even consider doing that? Alright, so I have never played a Last of Us game, but this character right here is the girl right here, alright? This is not something I would desire to see as a guy who likes women. All right, this would not make me rush out to want to play a game, that's based around a female protagonist looking very, very unattractive like this. This to me comes off as she looks literally like a guy, and that's not something that a guy like me wants to see who likes women. Okay, so we need to snap out of this mindset, and we need to stop acting like this is completely natural. Because, I read the Bible and I'm even learning that this is not natural human way of doing things, okay? So this and this and this, the video game should not be going this direction. That's all I gotta say. It shouldn't be going this direction. And the video game industry is meant... Let me go back to the big screen and talk about this. Video games are meant to be over-exaggerated, okay? Video game characters in general, female characters in general. Pyra and Mithra, yeah, you can find women out there that look like them, but they're also very over-exaggerated, alright? They're very over-exaggerated. We don't... Okay, so video games are not meant to portray average video game characters, okay? Take, Zelda from Tears of the Kingdom. She's one of the, cutest blondes I could ever see in video gaming. In a video game, actually. It completely gets me that the video game... These people creating these video games think this is actually normal, and it makes people want to go out and buy this. Alright, I hate to break it to you, but if you look at a crowd of people, they mainly accept an attractive person, okay? They will lean more towards an attractive person. It's like a form of... It's a minor form of, anything attractive normally does better. And makes more money that way. Example, if let's just say, I'm trying to think. Like some really famous movie star just started streaming. All right. And everybody's like, man, she's hot. Most people are gonna run to her. Like I still to this day, you know, Trish Stratus is hot. Like I still to this day admire her as a woman. As a guy standpoint, I like attractive women. I don't go after some of those women we just seen. Okay, I will get cursed at. I will get yelled at. I will get I will have so many bad things happen to me. But, you know, it just goes to show you where we're at and how the video game industry needs to stop going down this direction, okay? A lot of these women that I grew up with playing games, okay? Final Fantasy VII was an example. Tifa had a big set of boobs, okay? And not only did she have big boobs, she was actually very attractive. Luna from Final Fantasy X 2, I think it is, and Final Fantasy X. She was attractive. She wasn't a high attractive, but she was still attractive. And then even like Princess Peach, even though she's a cartoon model, she's still attractive. So I don't know. I hope this gets across to some people out there, but we need to stop having these video game females not be attractive. We need to, the thing is, like, I don't understand where this came about. I don't understand why this is even a thing or why we're seeing it a lot more often. Like, and honestly, whatever her name is from Last of Us Part 2, I wouldn't even desire to touch her. Solely because that looks like a freaking man with long hair. It looks like if I was to get in perfect shape and all that, it would look like me walking and holding a gun. And you as a guy, you shouldn't any way, shape, or form, you shouldn't be rushing out. Yeah, the story may be great, but the story that I don't know. All I'm saying is we need this to stop. We need it to go back to having more attractive females in games because let's face facts. Pyra and Mithra, both foxes. Every girl I mentioned that I grew up that was in the game, they were always attractive. And I specifically remember back in the day when I was younger, my stepbrother and we went out and we specifically went out and got the BMX XXX game. My mom didn't know it was M-rated, and we specifically wanted to unlock the extra features, the videos in there with the women topless, okay? But we wanted to look at those women. We wanted to see them topless. We wanted to see them looking good, okay? Now, I'm not trying to, I'll admit, I'm a little bit of a perv, okay? But I will say this. We created these characters of the desired female we like, and they both looked really good. And in some of these wrestling games, if I create a male character and a female character, you know what you're going to see? You're going to see me creating good-looking female characters, no matter what. All right? No matter what. And that's something that I wish I wish the video game industry now would understand, that we want to see more attractive females. We don't want to see us go down a route like Fable. I'm interested in playing Fable, but I'm not remotely interested like I would be if she was more attractive. So this is just some food for thought, but if you're out there and you're listening to me and you do video game design, start changing the way you do video game design, because like, I tell you what, I would want to see somebody like Pan Am inside of your game instead of like freaking Butch McCook. I don't know who her name is, but I'd prefer not to see Butch McCook in your game. That's just an example, okay? And, and that's not to offend anybody, not to upset anybody, but this is just my take. This is a male's take on video games, and, we need to... I don't want to see good-looking women get out of video gaming, okay? That's just something I don't want to see. In fact, I try going around and get good-looking women into video gaming just so we male gamers continue to do what we do on top of having, some good-looking women around us. That's all it's really about. And Me as a guy, I'm chasing them. So, all right. Anyway, if you like what you saw here, hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel, and also if you did like it, hit that notification bell to get more from me. And I'll be seeing you next time. Keep gaming, gamers.